Okay, exercise 4.1, problem 5, solution. It is very similar to the previous problem. A matrix contains 30 elements. What are the possible orders it can have? Great. So, let's put out the possible orders are, I'll explain it. Let me put out all the answers. Then our formula which we have is that number of elements is equal to number of rows into number of columns. And here the number of elements is given as 30. So which means 30 will be equal to number of rows into number of columns. So let's try one by one. Let's first take the number of rows as 1. Okay, so if we take number of rows as 1, the number of columns will be 30 divided by, this will go down, right? The number of columns will be 30 divided by number of rows. So if we take the number of rows as 1, the number of column will be 30 divided by 1, which is 30, and it is possible because it's a whole number. Now invert this, write the reverse of this, because 1 by 30 is possible means 30 by 1, that is 30 rows and 1 column is also possible, and 30 ones are 30. So instead of trying 1 by 1 all the numbers, so whenever you find one set of one matrix, write the inverse of that. So if it is rows by column, just invert it and say, write it as column into matrix, which is also possible. Now let's increase the number of rows from 1 to 2. So what will be the number of column? That will be 30, the number of elements divided by the number of rows. So that will be 30 divided by 2, 15. 15 is a whole number, so it is possible. And 2 by 15 is possible means 15 by 2 is also possible. Okay. So 15 rows and 2 columns. So now we have already found 4 matrices for the 30 elements. Now let's increase the number of number of rows from 2 to 3. So the number of columns will be 30, the total number of elements divided by the number of row, that is 30 divided by 3, that is 10. 10 is a whole number, so it is possible. So 3 by 10, and the inverse of that is 10 by 3. Okay, next 4. If you try 4, what will happen? Then if you have the number of rows is 4, the number of columns will be 30 divided by 4, that will be 4. If you divide, what will happen? That will be 7, slightly more than 7, you will not get a whole number. So which means that is not possible. So 4 rows is not possible. Next we'll increase the number of rows to 5. So the number of columns will be 30 divided by 5. That is 30 number of elements divided by the number of rows. So that will be 30 divided by 5, that is 6, which is a whole number. So this is possible. And the opposite or the inverse of that is 6 by 5. Right? So 5, even if you want to increase 6, it's already taken care. Then 7 is not possible, and the next one will be 10 rows, and the next one will be 15 rows, and the last one will be 30 rows. So that is why you will have to write in pairs. So otherwise we'll after 5 we'll have to try 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll have to keep trying up to 30. It will take a long time. So to cut short the time only, once you get one matrix, interchange the rows and the columns and write the other matrix. So here the number of rows is 1 and the number of columns is 30. Interchange the rows and the column, so it will become 30 rows and 1 column. Similarly, 2 by 15 interchange, it will become 15 by 2. 3 by 10 interchange the rows and column, it will become 10 by 3, and it goes on. So which means once you reach this point, you don't need to go any further. 5 by 6 is 6 by 5. Then 6 is already taken care. 6 rows you have already done, and after 6 it will be 10 rows, and after 10 it is 15 rows, and after 15 this is only 30 rows. So you will save the working for this many number of matrices. Okay, so this is, we have saved the time, otherwise you'll have to keep trying. That's the trick here. Okay, I hope I made it clear. If not, please go through, but the key is the number of elements is number of rows into number of columns. Okay, thanks for watching this video.